The blood knows that I did this, I did that. He goes there and handles it. Because when Jesus presented in the tabernacle of heaven, the Bible said he did it once and for all. He didn't do it so that he will come back every year to do it again. So the first way to administer the blood is to accept what the gospel said. So understand it, believe it, and accept it. Jesus said, you are justified. Paul came and reiterated it. He said, who can bring any charge against God's elect? He said, it's God that justifies. So I know that based on my records and compared to God's standard, I may not have attained. But the Bible said he was delivered from my offenses. Romans 4:25. Romans 5:1. It said, I was freely justified. If I believe it, what is my job? I am justified. Now that I'm justified and grace have come, I will deploy grace to live up to God's standard. But while I am living and growing by grace, I accept what the gospel says. And as I accept it, the blood goes to work. If the Bible said, I was delivered from the dominion of Satan because redemption has been given to me in his blood, I don't care who took my picture to a herbalist. I don't care who stood somewhere at night and is calling my name naked. If you like, he should squat by my window. When his ankles and knee bones are tired, he will go home. As far as I'm concerned, the Bible said, I was delivered from the dominion of darkness. That's where I stand. If I stand there and that person does that enchantment, if I die, then the blood is not potent. The only reason why I can die is when I refuse what the blood said and I start saying my own thing. So you want the blood administered, you must walk in the light of the gospel. And this is where many Christians, when we talk the gospel, it doesn't look powerful. So many Christians, if the blood, the Bible said, I should come boldly to the throne of grace because the blood has made it a way for me. When I'm coming, I don't need to say, oh God, am I able to come? Am I qualified? He said, come boldly. So my job is to come boldly. How I'm able to come is no longer my duty. He has created a way for me to come. So any day, anytime, anywhere, I know that I'm with God. I can talk to him boldly. That's the testimony of the blood. This is where we become powerful. I was sharing with them on Tuesday. I said you cannot live holy unless as you accept what Jesus has done for you, so that grace is deployed for you, so you live holy by grace. It's by deploying the resources of grace you can live holy. I told them you can't be powerful except as you accept what Jesus has done for you. It's on the basis of that you can make declaration and they come to pass. But many Christians don't know this. They are trying to do their own thing to add to what Jesus has done. And that's what the Bible calls a filthy rag. The question now is, should you pray? Yes. But you pray from understanding. I'm not praying to be accepted. I'm praying because I'm already accepted. There is a difference. Should you fast? Yes. I'm not fasting so that God will be happy with me. I'm fasting because he's now happy with me. He has made the resources available for me that I'm deploying through my fast. So there are two different things. You are doing one from rest and you are doing another from anxiety. Should I live right? Yes. I should live right because God has declared me righteous. So living right is now my nature. I should be surprised if I'm not living right. Now that God has declared me righteous, it means the resources to live right has been released. So I'm not using my will and ability to live right. I'm taking advantage of the strength of grace to live right. And so as I look upon the gospel reprograms my mind. The Holy Ghost mortifies my flesh. And by the strength of grace, I live right. So if I pray, I'm deploying what I have. I'm not praying to have it. If I fast, I'm deploying what I have. I'm not fasting to have it. If I live right, I'm just responding to my nature. I'm not trying to be that nature. But all of this is done so that the blood can be potent. That means the blood is there, but it may not be potent in your life. The blood is potent in your life when administered. And the way the blood is administered is when you acknowledge and walk in the light of the gospel. Number two, how do you administer the blood? It's by the communion table. The communion table. Jesus himself was the one who gave us this. And he said the idea of the communion table is to bring to our remembrance what he has done. And as we bring it